What up, biatches? I'm Polka Dot Pigeon. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very fun and exciting video planned for everybody. It's a video a lot of you guys have been asking me for, so let me explain what exactly inspired this video. So if you've been watching me for a while, you know I'm moving out very soon. By the time this video is posted, I'll actually already be in the process of moving my stuff into our new house. I'm very excited. Anyways, with moving comes the purging of your belongings, right? At least in my case, that's how it is. I always feel the need to get rid of everything I own. So I've been looking through my closet and getting rid of a lot of things, and it's to the point where I've just been getting rid of things that I actually like, but I don't wear them that often, so I feel like bad keeping them, and it's making me kind of sad. So I was like, why don't I just change those clothing items into things I'll actually wear? So that's what this video is. I'm gonna be DIYing some clothing items into different forms, if that makes sense. I'm also going to be DIYing some hair accessories as well, because I've been wanting some hair accessories, but I can never find them, and I was like, why don't I just make them? So I'm going to show you guys some little DIY hair accessories as well. And yeah, that's kind of basically what inspired this video, along with all of you guys asking me for it. And Juver's just uploaded a DIY video that inspired me even further. One of my DIYs in this video is actually inspired by a DIY she did in her video. So I'll link her video down below. It's a really good video and I think you guys should watch it. I think that's all I have to say. So I hope you guys enjoy this very long video. I'm sure it's gonna be long, probably like an hour or something like that. Enjoy. Are you ready to get crafty with me? We actually probably won't do any crafting tonight. I'm just here to show you guys all the pieces I plan to revamp and DIY, change up, you know? And I'm also gonna show you some things I've already actually DIY'd and did stuff to, because I just didn't film it, but I want to show you anyways. So I think I'll start with those things first. So let me get them. Okay, here are the items. They're all skirts. I made 3 of them in the past day and a half, 2 days. I kind of went crazy, and I just once I started sewing, I couldn't stop. These are all hand sewn, by the way. I have a sewing machine, but I literally do not know how to use it at all. I've tried teaching myself, and I just can't figure it out. And I don't have anybody to physically teach me, so I've been trying to teach myself off of YouTube videos, and I need somebody in person to show me how to do it, because I don't understand it at all. At all. I can barely get the stupid needle threaded or whatever. I can't even do that. So, I don't know how to use it yet, but I do know how to hand sew. So I took advantage of my hand sewing skills and I made myself some skirts. I do plan on teaching myself how to sew once I get to my new house and I have my own room and I'm able to just hyper focus and just force myself to learn it, you know? Whatever. I don't have the mental willpower to do that right now. Anyways, first skirt. I made this skirt out of a pair of Bermuda shorts and the bottom hemline of a dress. So here it is. Super cute. The little mini skirt vibe. I love it. And like I said, I did hand sew it. So the hem is not straight at all, but I literally don't care. I'm trying to show it to you, sorry. Do you see? It's black thread, so you can't really see it anyway, so does it really matter? No. But it's super cute, and I will be styling all of these DIYs as well as the ones I'm going to do with you guys at the end of the video. I probably already mentioned that, but stay tuned if I didn't, okay? I added these little buttons right here. Stop focusing on my face. I added the buttons right here. Yeah. It's not perfect, but I think that adds character. Okay. Next one I actually already posted on my YouTube channel as a short. I posted on TikTok and my Instagram as well because I am really proud of it. I love it so much. I low-key ruined it in the washing machine, but it's okay. Here's the next little skirt I made. This was out of a pair of mini shorts. I think I styled these shorts in a closet clean out video because I couldn't decide if I wanted to keep them or not, and I decided to keep them, but then 2 months later I was like, I'm gonna get rid of them. And they've just been sitting in a bag in my room, and I decided why not turn them into a skirt? And I love it, and I'm really glad I did that. So here's this one. And then the plaid part is, once again, the bottom hemline of a shirt. Because I'm not good at hemming things. So if they already have a hem, I'm just gonna sew it on, you know? Yeah. I really like this one a lot. I do plan on making another skirt with you guys, so I'll show you how I do this. I personally wouldn't follow it as a tutorial because I don't follow any templates or anything. I just like do what I think is right, and then I hope it works. So I'm gonna show you what I do, but you can follow at your own risk. Here's the last skirt. This one isn't a mini skirt, this is a midi skirt, which I wasn't expecting to make, but I made it. And I blew myself out of the water with this one. Do you see? Look how beautiful. The top half is from a pair of old capris that I also plan on getting rid of, and I repurposed them. And then the bottom half is part of a dress that I literally never wear, and I actually am planning on doing something with the top half that I cut this off of as well. So there's that. It's like, it kind of reminds me of Helena Bonham Carter a little bit. I added these little studs right here, and then I added these buttons as well, just on the end of the, what the heck are these called? Belt loops, holy cow. The bottom hem is kind of like super uneven, but it's already kind of cut in like an asymmetrical shape anyway, so I just figured it looks fine. Like you can't really tell unless you knew what the dress looked like beforehand, which I don't know who the heck's remembering my whole wardrobe like that. I don't know. It also has pockets. The dress had little built-in pockets, so I kept the pockets on it. I'm really proud of this one. I like it a lot. You'll just have to wait and see it on because it's beautiful. I actually already styled it like just to see if I liked it, and I love it. Okay, those are all the clothing items I DIY'd, but I also DIY'd some accessories, so I'm going to show you guys those as well. I do plan on showing you how I made them also, like I'm going to make more with you. Is this focused on me? Hopefully. Sorry if it wasn't that whole time. I might lose my mind, so I'm not even gonna check. I almost forgot, I have one more skirt to show you guys. It's not finished yet. I'm gonna finish it with you, but I'll show you what I have so far. This one is also from a pair of Bermuda shorts. They're these like Vans Bermuda shorts. I got the front hemmed already, so the back is so hard for me. Like I can never figure out how to do it, so I still have to sew the back. And then I have to sew another little layer underneath to make it a little bit longer because this would show my entire butt most likely if I left it this way. So I think I'm going to show you guys how I do this, probably with a voiceover. I'm probably not going to be like talking while I'm showing. I'm going to have to do a voiceover because I will not be able to like focus if I have to talk. So hopefully you don't mind. But yeah, that was the last clothing item, I think. Now I'm going to show you the accessories. Okay, so here's the first accessory. It's a little headband that I wrapped in fabric and glued little spikes on. Do you see? This fabric came from a dress that I cut up like a week ago or something. I just cut off a ruffle because I didn't like how the ruffle looked. And I used that extra scrap fabric and I wrapped it around this headband that I got at Michael's. And I just glued little studs on it, or spikes. Super cute, super easy DIY in my opinion. Gluing the fabric was kind of really annoying. I don't have hot glue, I have E6000. I feel like if I had hot glue, it'd be way easier, but I'm using what I have because I'm on a budget and I want this to be like a budget-friendly DIY thing. So this is very budget-friendly, I think. You can go get a headband, or if you already have one, use the one you already have, wrap it in some fabric. You don't even have to glue spikes onto it. You can glue whatever the heck you want to it, honestly. And then I started another one. This one I'm not finished with. I'll probably finish it with you guys, and I'm also doing a whole other one with you guys, but we'll get to that when we get there, you know? And then this headband I just wrapped in like this like pleather material. You can find these in like the scrapbook section at your craft store. You know when they have like sheets of like, not scrapbook paper, like the felt section? That's where I found this like pleather sheet thing. It was like 79 cents, I think, 89 cents. But I just wrapped and glued it around the headband, and I plan on either putting studs or spikes on this one. I'm not really sure yet. You'll see it when I do it. And then I made some little hair bows, so I'll show you those. Two of them actually aren't finished yet. The one that is finished is really ugly, and it was like a trial run, but I'll show it to you anyways. It's this little camo one with this little studded ribbon on it. But do you see the height on that thing? I did it wrong, so that's why it looks so stupid from the side. I guess if it was just like on my hair like that, it wouldn't really matter. I don't know. I'm not gonna like let it go to waste. It does look kind of funky. But this was my trial run bow. It looks so stupid from the side. And then I figured out how to like actually make it right. So here's the one that I made right. It doesn't have a clip glued onto the back, but it's much less tall on the side, as you can see. Look how cute that is. There are so many tutorials of how to make these on TikTok, YouTube. They have like little Pinterest diagrams. Very easy to make these things. And you can get the ribbon for super cheap at like Walmart, Michael's, literally any craft store. Very cheap. And then I made this like little floppy one. It kind of just looks like a bow tie. Doesn't have the clip glued on to the back yet, but this is the third bow. Like, that's cute. I made this out of the same fabric that I wrapped that headband in. It was just left over, so I'm trying to use like all of my fabric. I don't want any of it to go to waste. Like, if there's a big enough sliver to make a bow out of, I'm gonna make a bow out of it. But I'm gonna make way more of these, and I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. And I'm also gonna finish these ones and glue the clips onto the back with y'all. Okay, I think that's all for everything I already made. Now we're gonna get into my DIY plans. I guess I'll just start with the next headband DIY I plan on doing. Here's the headband. It's just like a plain white plastic headband. I plan on gluing buttons all over this. I'm probably not wrapping it in any fabric, but I'm gonna glue buttons all over it because I have 17 million buttons that need to be used. And I think a little button headband would look cute. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then, like I literally just said, I'm making more bows. So I'm not gonna show you all the fabric for the bows right now. I'll just show you when I do that, okay? Okay, for this next one, I was inspired by this picture on Pinterest. I love this shirt, and I think I can do it with my hand sewing skills. And I have a button-up plaid shirt that I don't really wear that often, so I was like, ooh, I could use that for this DIY. Here's the button-up plaid shirt in question. It's like this gray and pink one. It's by Aeropostale. I don't really wear it that much because it's a medium, and it doesn't fit me like as tightly as I'd want it to, so it's kind of like oversized when it's supposed to be like fitted, you know? And for the base shirt, I have this little yellow element shirt that I never wear. So I thought I could try to do that little button-up vibe with these two pieces. I don't know. And if I mess up, then I mess up, and I'm not going to be too mad if I completely ruin both of these clothing items. At least I'll have scrap fabric. Okay, next up is this pair of pants that I literally never wear. And I'm kind of contemplating on whether or not to just leave them, but I never wear them, like literally ever. So I don't know. I'm kind of second guessing myself now that I'm looking. They're plaid skinny jeans. They're by the brand Royal Bones. They're like a little bit too big for me, and they're also men's pants, and the pockets go like all the way down to here, which is one reason I never wear them, because the pockets are like really uncomfortable. So my plan for them was to possibly cut them into mini shorts and just like fold up the, you know, hemline or whatever, and then maybe put studs on them or something. And then obviously, since the pockets are so long, I would just have to cut the pockets out of them. I don't know. I feel like I'd wear them more if they were shorts. Like, imagine them with like tights. I feel like that looks so cute. So may or may not do something with this item. I'm not sure yet. Okay, this is a pair of Bermuda shorts that I want to turn into a little mini skirt. Call me crazy, I know. Why would I ruin these beautiful Bermuda, capri, whatever the heck you want to call these? I never wear them. I just don't. And I think it's because, like, the width of the legs is kind of weird. I feel like if they were a bit tighter, I'd wear them more. But I definitely do think I would wear this if it was a mini skirt. Like, I definitely would. My problem is the rise is so small. Like, this is, like, gonna be very short. Like a very tiny mini skirt, so I'm gonna have to put a bottom layer underneath to make it a little bit longer. And technically I could like use the bottom cuffs and like sew it to the bottom, but I feel like that's gonna look stupid because once again I'm doing this with my hands and I cannot sew in a straight line. So my plan is to maybe sew this ruffly layer onto the bottom of it. I got this off of a dress that actually like broke. I've had it for so long, but it's been broken for so long, and I was just super hesitant to get rid of it. But I'm glad I didn't, because I cut this bottom layer off of it, and now I can make it into like a little cute, floofy layer underneath the skirt. But then I'm like, well, that looked like too Christmassy, you know? And this is kind of the only thing I can like think of to sew underneath it. I don't know, maybe I'll see how short this ends up being, or maybe I'll somehow end up being able to sew the little cuffs onto the bottom of it. Who knows? Just for funsies, I'm going to show you the top half of the dress that ruffly thing came off of. It's pinstriped. I'm going to use this as scrap fabric, so I kept it. Yeah. Okay, this next shirt, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. There's like a few options I have. So here's the shirt, first of all. It's like this plaid, like poofy balloon sleeve. I don't know how to explain this. My first thought and like the most easiest option is to turn this into a tube top. So I would just flip it upside down and then cut the shoulders off, and then bam, you have a tube top. That'd be really easy, and I know I'm capable of doing that. And then the next thing I thought of was maybe to like cut the neckline thing off, like this little ruffly thing, and then maybe sew it onto a tank top or something, just as like a extra decal or something. I don't really know. I'm probably turning this into a tube top though, because that second option sounds way too complicated. And then I'll use the rest of the fabric for my little patchwork things that I want to do. Okay, for this next item, I just plan on cutting the sleeves and the neckline off of it. Here it is though, it's a little dress. It's like drop waist. It's a vintage like 80s like kids dress. The sleeves make it way too tight though, like they're too small and it makes it fit very oddly. So I'm gonna cut them off and it's gonna be like a kind of like tennis style dress, I guess. But I think it'll be way cuter that way anyways, so that'll be really easy. Okay, this is actually the top half of the midi skirt that I showed you. It's a little tank top vibe. I might honestly cut this like square thing out just to make it like lower, because I don't really like how high up it goes. Once again, another super easy DIY. Okay, this is the last item that I definitely know what I want to do with. There's like a few more things, but I think I might either use them for scrap fabric or they're just like, I know I want to do something, but I don't have an idea yet. So if you see them, I'll obviously like let you know what I'm doing with them. But for now, I'm just not going to show you. Anyways, it's just this plain black little shirt. I don't ever wear it because it's boring. So my plan is to make little felt skull patches and just sew them onto the shirt. Here is my inspiration. I'm maybe going to make like 2 or 3 of them and then sew them in the corner, I think. Or maybe I'll sew one in the middle. I'm not really sure yet. I think that's all I had to go over. I'm probably gonna like tweak each little DIY as I go, but I'll explain it to you guys in the voiceover or however I plan on filming this. Yeah. Let's get to crafting. Hi guys, it's me doing the voiceover. I've never done one of these before. Anyways, basically, this DIY is really easy. I'm just gluing buttons onto a headband. The headband's from Michael's, like I already said, and then the buttons are from various stores over the years. And the glue I'm using is E6000. It dries pretty fast, and it's a decent glue, so yeah. And honestly, that's basically it for this DIY. It's very, very easy. Okay, moving on to the next headband. It's the one I covered in the pleather fabric. In this one, I'm doing the same thing as the button one, except instead of buttons, I'm using spikes. And I'm using the same glue as well. I just glued a row of spikes down the center of the headband, and then I decided I didn't like how the one row looked, so I decided to do 3 rows. You'll see in a second here. There you go. Beautiful. There it is, all finished up. I love it. Okay, the next DIY I decided to do was the little hair clip bow thing. So you're going to pick any ribbon of your choice and you're going to cut 2 strips of the ribbon and make sure they're the same length. So that's what I'm doing here. I really like this little zebra print ribbon, it's cute. Anyways, after you get your 2 lengths of ribbon, you're going to fold them towards the middle, like so, and you're just going to glue them down right there. So that's what it should look like, and then you're going to put some glue down. You can use hot glue. I'm using E6000 because that's what I have. And then once it's glued down, I like to put a clip in the middle just to like hold it in place as it dries. And you're going to do that to both sides of the ribbon. While those ones dried, I decided to add the clip to the back of my red and black striped bow. So I just got a little hair clip. You can get these from Walmart, wherever. You just add some glue to the front of it and then you put it on the back of your ribbon, just like that. Okay, after a little while, your ribbon piece should be dried, and what you're going to do next is fold it towards the seam. So you fold it towards the seam, and the nicer part should be on the outside, if that makes sense. And then you're going to glue it down in the middle, like what I'm doing right now. I also like to clip these down to let them dry as well. You're going to do that to both sides as well. Make sure the seam is on the inside of the fold. There you go, 2 little ribbon pieces. I'm going to let those dry for a little while. Okay, after they've dried for a little while, you're going to put them on top of each other like this. Just like that. And then you're going to put a little dollop of glue in the middle to connect them. My glue was not working very well, as you can see. Oh my god. Okay, then you're just gonna put them together, glue them together, you know? And I put a clip on this as well so it can set in place and dry. While that dried, I decided to glue on a clip to the back of the little bow tie bow thing I made. So here's me doing that. Okay, then this is going to be for the middle part of the ribbon. You're going to cut a little sliver and then fold it in half, or you don't have to fold it in half depending on the diameter of your ribbon. For this one I had to fold it in half, and then I glued it shut so it stayed in half. I also clipped both sides so it could dry, and I just let them all dry for a little bit. After they're dry, you take the little strip of ribbon and you wrap it around the middle to cover all the middle garbage, yeah. Hopefully what I'm showing is better than how I explain this, because I'm not doing a very good job. Anyways, glue that strip around the middle of the 2 bows that you got going on. Like that. Once again, I clip this shut so it can dry and set into place. Okay, once it's dried, you just glue a clip onto the back of the bow and you're basically finished. See? Look how cute. Wonderful. It took me like 5 minutes. Okay, wow, I didn't know I just jumped right into another DIY, but this is that little balloon sleeve shirt, and I decided to turn it into a tube top, so I just flipped it upside down and I cut the shoulders off, like starting underneath the breast area, I guess. I basically just tried to make this as straight as possible. Here's me trying it on and noticing that it is not straight at all, so I had to go back and trim the ends again. So here's me doing that. Okay, once I got the ends all trimmed, I took that pinstripe dress and I actually cut the straps off of that to use as straps for this shirt. I pinned them on the sides, on the front and on the back, and then I just went ahead and sewed them on. I don't think I showed me sewing them because I'm not the best sewer, but that's basically what I did. I just tried to pin them in the same spot on the front and the back. See? And you're just going to want to sew right there. There, they're all sewed on, and then I decided to take buttons from another scrap piece of fabric. They're these like bronze circle buttons, and I'm just going to sew those on to the front part of the straps. Just for a little extra detail. They don't serve any purpose except to look cute. Okay guys, here's what I did. I low-key sewed the straps too far out, but I literally don't care. I'm not fixing it. It looks fine. Added the little buttons, and I did these kind of straps because I can like tie it at different lengths. So I'd probably wear it like this. I like this shirt. I think it looks cute like this. I was thinking of putting studs like right here, but I don't know. I don't know how that would affect the elastic. And I feel like I'd have to do it while it's on, because like if I put the studs while it's off, it would stretch out and then like they would look uneven, you know what I'm saying? So I think I'm just gonna leave it like this, to be honest. Very easy DIY. Also ignore my giant pile of clean laundry. I need to fold it. I'll show you guys the full effect, like with it tied and everything, when I style it at the end. It's cute. I like it. I'll definitely wear it now because I wasn't gonna wear the shirt how it was before. Super cute. Okay, on to the next thing. I hope you guys don't mind the voiceover too much. I'm trying to like join in on my phone every once in a while to like explain myself and show things because I don't want to have to move my camera back and forth 18,000 times. So I hope you guys don't mind. I don't know what I'm doing next, but you'll know once I show you. Okay, here's my next project. It's just this little dress that I showed you guys earlier. My plan for this is to just cut the sleeves off and cut this neckline off because as you can see, the sleeves are way too short and I don't like turtlenecks, and I think this just makes the dress really ugly. I thought about maybe like cutting it into a short sleeve thing and then like hemming the sleeves up, but I don't think I'm gonna do that because I'm too lazy and I think it'll look cute as a tank top. It is kind of tight like in the boob area, but there's not really anything I can do about that because I don't know how to tailor clothes to fit me. So this is gonna be really easy. I'm just gonna cut the sleeves off and cut the neckline off. And obviously I'll show you what it looks like on after I do all that to it. Honestly, I don't even feel like I have to explain what I'm doing, but here I just cut off the turtleneck portion of the dress, and then after this, I'm just gonna cut off the arms, and that's all I did for it, and that's all I have to say. Okay, here's the dress with the sleeves cut off and the neckline. I'm wearing sweats, but like, look how much cuter this is. And it made it less tight right here. I don't know if like the armpits were like kind of like constricting it and making the chest tight, but it's like way less tight now. And it's way cuter. I'm excited to style this. I already have like a lot of ideas roaming around my brain. I love cutting up my clothes and fully transforming them. Okay, I have the next item on, and I just realized a lot of these things that I'm DIYing are plaid. That's okay though. Anyways, this is the next item. They're these plaid pants. I feel kind of insane wanting to like do something with these because they are really nice pants. They're the brand Royal Bones. But like I said earlier, the pockets go like all the way down to here in the front and the back. I think they're guy pants and they just fit kind of not very well on my legs. Like they're supposed to be skinny jeans and they're kind of baggy, and I just think I'd wear them more if they were shorts. I am kind of worried though because the pockets do this weird thing right here, so like I'm scared if I cut them into shorts they're gonna be like super like ballooned out right there. I think what I'm gonna do is cut like right here. I'm gonna give myself a lot of room, and then I'm just gonna slowly cut shorter and shorter. I'm probably gonna fold the hem up. I don't know if I'll sew it. I might just fold it and leave it folded. I don't know. And I'm thinking of putting like patterned pieces of fabric everywhere in kind of like a patchwork style. And I'm probably gonna put studs on these little pocket things like above it, and then maybe like some on the waistband. That's kind of the idea for these pants. Yeah. Okay, like I said, I wanted to give myself a lot of room for error, so I cut them pretty long in the beginning. And then I basically just turned them inside out and I just cut the pockets off. For some reason, this was like really hard to do. Like these things were sewn on. Anyways, then I cut them a little bit shorter because they were way too long. I'm just messing with hem lengths, seeing what I like. Okay guys, sorry about all the noise in the background. I'm gonna try to make this fast, but I cut the shorts. I wasn't thinking that when I like cut the pockets out, it would cause this hole, but I'm just gonna sew that back up and it should be fine. I did it on both sides. And I was trying different like ways I wanted to like make the hem or whatever. I like this way more, I think. And yeah, that's what we're working with. I think they look cute. I already like them way more than in their pants form. Okay guys, I finished hemming the shorts. I didn't show the process because I needed to lock in and I needed to finish these things. And even with my locked in vibes, they still took me like 2.5 hours to do. But here they are. Hand sewed and everything. This side is shorter because it just is, but you can't really tell unless I turn around because like my butt cheek kind of hangs out of this side. And hopefully nobody pays attention close enough to even tell that they're uneven, but like they look pretty dang good for doing it with my hands, you know, hand sewing them. I sewed up the pockets just with whatever this kind of stitch is called. It just goes across to kind of cinch it together. You guys, this is like probably one of my most proudest DIY moments ever. I'm really proud about the skirts that I made, but I just hemmed an entire pair of shorts and they're so cute, and I'll actually wear them now. Like, I'll actually wear this pair of pants now. Well, now they're shorts, but you know what I'm saying. I can't describe to you the joy I feel. Part of me wants to leave them how they are, but the other part of me wants to do my little patchwork design thing that I had planned. So I think I'm gonna lay out some fabrics and just like see if I like the vibe, and I'll go from there. I'm gonna show you guys that process, some of it at least. I don't know if I'll film the whole thing. I need to conserve my camera's SD card because I still have 2 more projects, I think, to document. But yeah, I'm so proud of myself. Okay, I'm gonna kind of just let you guys watch what I do in these next few clips because I'm basically just laying out fabric and then sewing it down in the design that I want. Pretty chill vibes, so I'm just gonna let you enjoy the music and watch me do my thing. Okay, I know I'm jumping into the next DIY really fast. Don't worry, I'll show the shorts at the end. Anyways, I'm doing that collared shirt DIY. So basically, I'm just cutting the collar portion off of this shirt. Then I grabbed my t-shirt and I cut kind of off-centered, and the shirt's too big, so I tried hemming each side. I didn't do a very good job. You'll see when I show you the results, but here I am. And then I go in and I just sew where I pinned it. I don't think I showed that though, but I showed where I pinned it. LOL. There you go, there's where I have to sew. Okay guys, it's the next morning. I finished the 2 projects I started with you yesterday. I'm gonna show you guys the shorts first. I'm gonna estimate that they took me about 5.5 hours. I'm not gonna show them on my body yet. You'll see that when I style them, but I'll show them to you like this for the moment. I love them. They turned out so good. I put these like buttons on one of the belt loops. I sewed some spikes on. I did this patchwork thing and then put some studs. I was inspired by Jewelers specifically with this little patchwork design. I think she did it on a pair of pants in her DIY video and it looked so cool. And I had so much scrap fabric left over from like projects I've done in the past and then just what I've done recently, and I wanted to put it to use. So I did. And then I put this little D-ring on the back. My thought process adding this was to be able to like put suspenders on, because I have these Trip NYC suspenders that detach off of a pair of capris I have. And I thought they would look cute on these shorts, but I didn't put D-rings on either of these belt loops because I ended up getting lazy. So it's not gonna work for the suspenders, but whatever, it looks cool there, so I left it. I could hang like, I don't know, a tail from it or something. Who knows? I love them. I'm so glad I made these pants into shorts because now I'm definitely gonna wear them all the time. And then I know I didn't show a lot of the process of me making this shirt. And for one, it's because I knew it wasn't gonna turn out very well. And I just was like, whatever, I'm not filming this because I don't want someone trying to follow it and then they end up with a horrendous outcome, because that's what I got. I did not get a very good product from this DIY, but it's still like decent looking and I'm still gonna style it with you guys. And I'm happy with it for my skill level and like the fact that I'm not using a sewing machine. Like, I did decent, okay? Once again, I'm not showing it on yet. I'll show it on when I style it. This one looks very wonky. It looks kind of very odd on, but it doesn't look bad to the point where it's like unwearable, you know? I tried my best though, so that's all that matters. Hold on, I'm trying to like button it up halfway so you can get the vibes. Here is the shirt. It kind of looks stupid, but whatever. That's what it looks like. And then the back is what bothers me the most. So I showed you guys me like folding this shirt inwards to kind of make it like smaller, because this shirt is already too big for me. So I wanted to make it like a tighter fitting shirt. And for the 10 millionth time, I don't know how to tailor clothes to fit myself. I was just eyeballing it. I didn't try it on. I didn't mark it or anything, which is totally my fault, but that's probably why it turned out so bad, but whatever. So yeah, I tried hemming it. It ended up still being too big, so I had to fold the back like this when I sewed on the collar of the shirt, and it only made it smaller up here, obviously, because I only folded it up here. So it kind of does this like weird like fold. You'll see it when it's on. It doesn't look that bad, it just looks funky. That's that. I really was hoping I'd be done with the DIYs by today, but I have 2 more. I still have to do a skirt with you guys. And I still have to do my little felt skeleton things and sew them on my plain black t-shirt. Yeah, so honestly, I think I'm just gonna start a new skirt. So let me get the stuff that I want to make the skirt out of. Okay, so I showed you guys this in the beginning of the video, I think. I started this skirt and I said I would finish it with you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. But then I want to start another skirt because I really want to use this fabric. So my plan is, which I think I already explained, I'm not sure, I'm explaining myself again. My plan is to cut these into a skirt and then attach this to the bottom. But I think I already mentioned, I'm kind of scared it's gonna look too Christmassy. I don't know. I'm having issues deciding. And then I thought, well, why don't I just make this into an ultra mini skirt? But I don't know how to make like a waistband. Every skirt I've made already has a waistband because I'm using a pre-existing waistband from a pair of shorts. I guess I could like sew this on to a waistband that I cut off of something. Like I could just cut the waistband off these shorts and then just make it like that. Like, that's like low-key super cute. I don't know. Okay, so I actually ended up using the green plaid skirts waistband because I liked how the stripes looked with the plaid of the waistband. So here I am just cutting the waistband off. I made sure that I kept the belt loops attached to the top part of the waistband because I knew I wanted to wear belts with this little mini skirt. And this fabric was actually not connected on the sides, so I don't really know if this is what I should have done, but I decided to sew the fabric shut before I put the waistband on, so that's what I ended up doing. And I didn't show me sewing the waistband on for some reason. I'm sorry. It was really hard and I probably didn't do it right though, so maybe it's for the best. But I decided to put a little decorative button on the front. I went with this cute little mint green one, and I just went and sewed that on. And there is the finished product. Super cute. Okay guys, it's quite a few hours later. I finished the skirt. I actually didn't work on this like very long. It just took me a while to get it finished because I kept stopping. It's honestly not even done all the way, but I got lazy and it's good enough at this point. Here it is. So as I already explained, I used the waistband of a skirt that I was already making, and I just cut that off and put it on this because I could not figure out what to do with that other skirt. It's okay. Here it is. It looks really cute like this. And like I said, it's not all the way finished because I have to sew these belt loops down. I just got lazy, man, and it'll function as is for now. It's kind of wonky, you know. I had to like do some weird fold action right there because the ruffle part was too big to fit underneath the waistband, and I didn't really want to cut up the ruffly part, so I just like did a fold and tuck style thing. I like the little stripes poking out. I think it's really cute, and obviously this is going to be way too short to wear on its own, so this is going to be like a little accessorizing skirt, you know? It's meant to be worn over another bottom. I added this little button that serves no purpose other than it looks cute. You'll see it on when I style it with you guys. But that brings us to my last DIY, I think. Right? Yeah, my little felt skulls. Okay guys, for this DIY, I basically just looked at a picture on my Pinterest and I kind of just eyeballed what I was cutting. So I cut 2 pieces of white felt out for the base of the skull. Some people stitch these together and like fill them with like fabric to make little stuffed animal vibes. I didn't do that though because I'm sewing it onto a shirt, so I just stitched the ends together and didn't fill it with anything. I'm not the best at stitching, so it was a little wonky, but there you go. And then for the teeth, I just cut out 3 notches of black felt and made sure they were the same length. And instead of stitching them on, I glued them on because I'm lazy and I'm not about to stitch on a centimeter long piece of fabric. Super cute! There he is! Okay, and then for the eyes, I cut out a black circle, a black heart, and then the nose I used a little black triangle fabric. And I also glued these on as well instead of stitching. Now I'm doing his little bow. I just used pink felt and I cut it into a bow shape and glued it onto the side of his head. Okay guys, pardon the horrendous lighting. It's the next morning. My head is killing me. But I finished my little patchwork felt things. I only made 2 because as I was making them, I realized that perhaps these won't stay together very well in the washing machine, so I didn't want to make a ton and then like have them just be ruined, you know. You saw the little skull I made. Super proud of her. She's super cute. I might add like a stitch to the bow, like to make it look like a little scrunch, if that makes sense, or I might not. I don't know. I'm kind of lazy, so I probably won't. There she is. And then I made this heart off camera. It's like a zombie heart or whatever. This one will probably stay together in the washing machine because it's completely sewn on, unlike this one, which is glued on. I think the E6000 glue is supposed to be waterproof, but I don't know. I like them. And then I had the epiphany as I was making them. I was like, dang, I shouldn't put these on shirts. I should put them on little clips. They're kind of too big for my liking as like a hair clip, I think. This one might be like decent. I don't know. I'll save that for another project. So I have 2 shirts I want to put them on. I have this plain black one. I showed this to you guys already. I'm thinking of putting the heart on this one, like where my heart would be, you know, like. And then this one is that striped shirt I was telling you guys I might cut the neckline out of. I think this would look super cute with like a little patchwork thing, and then like I'm gonna cut this seam out, I think, do some patchwork design, and then put the skull on top, I think. I don't know, I really like the skull with the stripes. This looks cute too. Man, they both look really cute. But I don't want to put both of them on this shirt. Oh man, that looks really cute. I'm not going to do both on the same shirt. They're too similar in size, I think, to just have 2 of them. I think I would need like a 3rd one to like balance it out. Like I'd need a 3rd smaller one. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to even use this black shirt. My whole reason for doing these was because this black shirt's so boring. But now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should have a plain black shirt in my wardrobe. And perhaps I will make this into a clip. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm not even using this black shirt, whatever. I'm using this one, and then I'm gonna make the heart into a hair clip, and then I'm gonna sew the skull onto this shirt along with some patchwork design. Okay. Whatever. Okay, first I decided to turn my little felt heart into a clip, so I'm literally just gluing a clip onto the back of the heart. There you go, like so. Then I cut the neckline off this shirt. And then I basically just laid it flat and just started arranging fabrics in a pattern that I wanted. Okay guys, I finished doing what I was gonna do with the little felt things. So you saw me do the clip. This is very self-explanatory. I literally just glued a clip to the back of it. Sorry if you can hear those birds chirping, my door's open. Little cute clip, perfect for the Halloween time. And then here's the shirt design I ended up doing. I didn't show me sewing all the stuff on, but I showed you guys the layout I wanted to do. Here it is. I think it's really cute, and this is like a cropped shirt, so I'm gonna have to wear something underneath it because I don't like walking around with my stomach hanging out. It's just not my vibe, you know. But I think I can layer it in a super cute way. I put this little like polka dot frilly thing on the side.
Hopefully it looks fine when this is on. I don't know. It looks kind of weird right now. Hopefully it looks better once I put it on. But there's the little patchwork design I did. I added some little bronze studs and then some buttons. And then I ended up gluing the bow down instead of stitching it because I did not want to stitch around the whole thing. I was too lazy, but I stitched the rest of the skeleton on. I think it's really cute. This low-key makes me wish I didn't cut the bottom half of the dress off because this would have been like a really cute dress design. But I think what I did with the bottom half of the dress is also cute. So I got 2 clothing pieces out of 1. But that's all the DIYs I think I'm gonna be doing for this video. Now it's time to style all the pieces with you guys. So I'll see you in a bit to do that.
Okay guys, it's quite a bit later, but I'm back to show you the pieces styled. I'm probably not going to style them with y'all, but I'm definitely going to show you them in an outfit. Sorry, this video is just going to be really long already, and it's like 7:15 at night, and I just don't feel like doing all that right now. I guess I'll start with the shirt I showed you guys last, the little crop top patchwork thing. Also, don't mind all of this. I think it's powder from when I was doing my makeup. So I'm going to style this piece first. Okay guys, this outfit is a little more simplistic than what I usually wear, but I really did not know how to style the shirt without like covering the whole thing up, you know? So I put this little striped tank top underneath because once again, I don't like wearing crop tops. And it looks cute. Look how cute this thing looks on. Oh my gosh. I'm so impressed with myself, especially with this ruffle. I was worried about it. And then I just put my denim skirt on, my studded belt, and then my leopard print creepers to add another pattern for interest, you know? And I think I'm gonna be wearing this shirt a lot. Super up close shot. So cute! Okay, let me do a 360 in the outfit. Okay, the next item I'm gonna style is the little tube top I made out of the bottom of a shirt. I added the straps, if you don't remember. I haven't forgot about the bows or the headbands, by the way. I'm gonna try to style them with the outfits, and if I can't style them with the outfits, I'll just do like a try-on at the end of this portion. Okay, I'm gonna figure out something with this shirt. Okay guys, this is another kind of simple outfit, but it's something I would definitely wear. So here it is. It's super cute. I like it a lot. So this is how I styled the little tube top vibe I made. I guess it's not a tube top because it has straps. Whatever. I put this like training bra underneath it because I liked these patterns together. And I like that this like can be pulled super low so I could like wear it as an underboob type thing if I wanted to. That's what it looks like in the back. Super cute. I did sew the straps super wide. I already talked about that. So it's a little bit wonky looking, but it's okay. I added this little hair clip with this outfit because I don't know, why not? Put on my camo capris, my studded belt, and then my leopard print flats because pattern mixing is my favorite thing in the world. 360. Okay, next up I think I'm going to style the little white ruffly mini skirt that I made. I'm kind of the least excited to style this piece just because it's so different from what I usually wear. But that's what makes it fun, you know? So yeah, I'm going to style this next. Okay guys, I'm not gonna lie, I gave up on trying to style this skirt, but I'll show it to you on. Not my favorite thing ever, but at least I tried. It also ripped while I was putting it on, so not the most structurally sound. It ripped right down the middle, and it looks like a bathing suit skirt to me, like a little kid's like 3-piece bathing suit set. So this one was kind of a flop, but like I said, I tried. Now I'm going to move on to styling the next item, which is this midi skirt that I showed you guys in the beginning of the video. I kind of already have an idea of what I want to wear, so hopefully this one doesn't take me too long. Okay guys, here's how I styled the little midi skirt. I love this outfit. It's giving like Christian girl autumn, but make it emo. I am so proud of myself. Just look how fabulous it is. Literally gorgeous. And I made it out of a pair of shorts and a dress. Wow. Just wow. Anyways, I'm wearing this little lace cardigan with this green graphic shirt. This scarf that Jubers gave me in our style bundle video. The skirt, obviously. And then my Demonia Deviants. And then I have these red checker print earrings on. Beautiful. I really like my eyeliner today. I like the shape I did. Anyways, yeah. Sorry I'm going through these kind of fast. Like I said, it's kind of late at night and I'm hungry. It's like 8:30. I need to eat something. Here's a 360 though. Okay, next up, I think I'm gonna try to style my little button-up t-shirt concoction that I made. This outfit's just gonna look kind of stupid anyways because the shirt just looks low-key dumb, but it's okay. So let me see what I can come up with for this thing. Okay guys, here's the shirt on. I got lazy when I was sewing it, so I didn't sew this edge down, I just sewed this edge. So it's kind of weird looking. I need to go back in and sew it down. Yeah, and then the back looks weird. I explained it yesterday a little bit, that weird fold right there. But overall, it doesn't look that bad for just like looking at a picture and then trying to copy the picture. It's decent, and I do think I'll wear it, despite it looking kind of funny. I think I will actually wear this. But this is how I styled it. Put on my little tweed mini skirt. I kind of folded the hem up because I like it short. I put on my striped tights, obviously. Red and black checkered earrings. Same jewelry as always. And then my black Doc Martin Ray Janes. Here's the 360. The more I look at this shirt, the more I like it. Like, it's so unique. You don't see people walking around with this type of shirt, right? You guys should try it for yourselves. If I can do it, you can do it. Because I give up on a lot of things really easily, and I didn't give up on this. I did get lazy, and I didn't sew down one of the edges, but I didn't give up on it. But that's all I have to say. Anyways, here's the next piece I'm going to be styling. It was the super easy DIY. I literally just cut the sleeves and the neckline off. Made it into this cute little 60s like drop waist dress type vibe. So this is what I'm going to be styling next. Okay guys, here's how I styled the dress and my little spiked headband that I made. Here it is. So I put it on top of the green little graphic shirt that I showed earlier in the video. My houndstooth leggings. I love these things. I folded them at the bottom just because they're a tiny bit long for my liking. And then my leopard print flats. I kind of feel like a punk like elementary school teacher or something. It's so different than what I usually wear. I don't know, but this dress can be styled in like so many different ways. This is just what I came up with right now in the past like 5 minutes. But it's so versatile, like I can put it over things, which I did in this outfit. I could put jackets over it. I could wear it just as like a skirt and cover like the whole top half. I could put a belt around my waist, a sweater over the top, like it can be styled in so many cute ways. And I'm thinking of adding like patches onto it, like more patchwork things. I'm not sure. I might just leave it how it is. I feel like that might make it less versatile if I were to put patchwork stuff on it, but it's super cute. Anyways, here's the 360. Okay, the next item I'm going to style is this little plaid skirt with this brown detail on the bottom. Let's get to styling. Okay guys, here's how I styled the skirt. I'm not showing you my feet because I was too lazy to put shoes on, but I'll show you this much of the outfit. I added one of the headbands I made. Here it is, super cutesy. But this is the skirt. It's really short in the back. I'm not good at making things like the same length in the front and the back, you know? I don't know how to do that yet, but I'll learn eventually. And this is how I would style it. I'd probably put on my Demonia Deviants, but I'm too lazy right now. I think it's cute though, especially with my headband. I'll do a 360, okay? Minus my feet. Okay, not gonna lie, I'm just gonna show you guys the TikTok that I filmed in this skirt. I also posted a YouTube short of it, so you've already seen this skirt. But I'm gonna show it here anyways to show you how I styled it. Obviously, there's plenty of other ways to style it. It's a super versatile skirt. A lot of patterns going on, and I love it so much. But now we're gonna get to the grand finale, my favorite item of this whole entire video, which are the beautiful shorts that I made. I saved the best for last. I'm sorry I made you guys wait so long. I made myself wait too long, and I was getting annoyed, so now I'm gonna style them. You guys, I was gonna try to go out with a bang with this outfit, and it's just like a low-key vibe. Also, my brain is like fried. I don't know why I can't style like anything in this video, but here's the outfit I came up with. And like, honestly, the shorts are the statements, so the outfit doesn't need to be insane. Like, look at these things. Oh my gosh. From my own two hands? That's crazy. I have one complaint about the shorts. They're not as low-waisted as I want them to be. I don't know how to fix the rise of things though, so I can just sag them for the time being. That'll be fine, right? I love these things. Let me do a 360. Okay, well that's all for the clothing items. Now I'm gonna try on the hair accessories that I haven't already shown, and then I'll move on to the outro of the video. Okay, first up is the button headband. It's a vibe. I will say, since I used glue, it kind of like made the headband stiff, if that makes sense. I don't know, I feel like if I bend it too much, like all the buttons are gonna pop off. But it's cute, so does it really matter? No. Next we have the zebra print bow. This one's really cute. I really like zebra print, so I'm hoping I can get some use out of it this fall. Okay, next we have this one that kind of looks like a bow tie. It's this nice like plaid pattern. It's cute. It's kind of floppy, which I like. It kind of looks like it belongs on like a headband. I almost glued this to a headband, but I didn't, obviously, so there's that. Sorry I've been like crouching down this whole time, but anyways, here's the last one. I think this is my favorite, and it's the most well made in my opinion. I'm thinking of adding studs on the edges, or maybe I'll just make another one and have one with studs and one without, I don't know. But there it is. Super cute. Well guys, that brings us to the end of the video. I'm gonna keep the outro short and sweet. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry it was kind of jumbled and scrambled and all over the place. I've never done voiceovers before, and let me tell you, I probably won't ever do them again, because why was that the most annoying thing ever to film? But that's okay, I tried my best, and I hope you guys liked the video. Let me know what your favorite DIY was. Mine, as you probably already know, was definitely the shorts. I loved the shorts, and I liked my little heart clip that I made. That was super cute. So let me know what your favorite DIY was, and let me know if you guys want me to do some more of these videos in the future. I'll definitely be down to do them, especially when I move into my new house. I'm gonna have my own room. I'm so excited, and I plan on making like so much more content and better content, so stay tuned for all that. Yeah, and thanks for watching. I think I'm gonna go now, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification to get notified whenever I upload. I don't have a schedule, I post whenever, so hit that bell so you can be the first to like and comment, because that's just the vibe. I hope you guys have a good day, night, morning, whatever time it is where you live, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm not sure when it will be because I am in the process of moving, but I'll try to make it somewhat soon. Love ya. Bye.